I'm Randy Barton, Team Beachbody Coach, and this is this week's Coaching Moment. This week's Coaching Moment is going to be a little bit different than usual. Going to do a product review, something that actually gets a lot of attention when people come in and work out with me, something they often ask about, they like to look at, they like to fiddle with and play with, and that's fine, that's what it's for, are these. The Bowflex Selecttech dumbbells. So I want to do a little bit of a product review because it goes along with a question that I'm often asked of where can I get affordable weights? Because in all reality, weights, if you get just a standard hex dumbbell, it's going to cost you about $1 a pound unless you find it on sale or use some sort of coupon or Craigslist it or whatever. And that can get quite expensive. Now I happen to have a set from a complete set of hex dumbbells from 5 pounds up to 60 pounds. And I also have these, which are the Bowflex, and today we're going to talk a little bit comparing the two and what exactly the Bowflex are, give a review of those. So, here we go. Let's start out the good, the bad in all of these, the Bowflex Selecttech dumbbells. The great thing about these is you can see in this small compartment here, I've got a complete 90-pound dumbbell set that goes all the way from 10 pounds up to 90 pounds. In increments of 5 pounds. There is a trick even to make it so it's in increments of 2.5 pounds, but it all fits in such a small, concise little package. It's got this nice stand that goes with it, and there you go. You're ready to go with it. The nice thing about this as well is going to be your cost effectiveness, because while if you were to get a hex set of dumbbells that's going to go from 10 pounds all the way up to 90 pounds in 5-pound increments, you're going to be paying well over $1,000. That's a lot of money. It's a very good investment. It's an investment into iron as well, and right now steel prices are very high, so you could say it's some sort of a valuable, precious resource. So it's a good investment all around. You can do so much with it. They're so versatile. However, that's $1,000. That's really a lot of money. Now, I happen to get mine from all sorts of different places, everything from being gifts to trading what I found off Craigslist. So if you want standard hex dumbbells, shop around. You can get them far more cost effective. But it's going to cost you well over $1,000. The other good part, or the good part about the Bowflex is they come in 2 different sizes. So if you want to get ones that go from 5 pounds up to 50 pounds or 52 pounds, or if you want to get this set that goes from 10 pounds to 90 pounds, you have that option. Both of them are going to be relatively the same size, and they're going to run you a lot cheaper. The 552 model, which goes from the 5 pound to 52 pounds, is going to cost you about $300 for the set. Shop around. You may be able to get a little plus minus on there, or if you get it dunhams.com, put a little plug in there for them, always has a 20% off coupon. So you may be able to get more affordable there. This is the 1090 model, which goes from 10 pounds to 90 pounds. And on this model, you're going to run about $299 a piece. So it is a little bit more, and of course the stand is extra. It's the same stand whether you have the 552s or the 1090s. But the great thing is the size and the cost are huge advantages, because even at this, now I found them online, got a much better deal, but the retail price is going to be about $600 on the dumbbells alone, not just the stand. But even at that, that's $600 compared to what could be well over $1,000. So it's a big cost savings when you think about it. Well, the reason I purchased these is because I had up to 60 pounds, and I wanted to get the heavy ones, but I was going to put as much money into the heavy ones at $1 a pound to go up to, I wanted a 100-pound set. So I compromised, said, hey, let's settle with 90, and I could get something that was far more versatile, something that takes up a little bit of space, and when others come to work out, I've got a complete set of dumbbells right here, so we can pick and choose and mix and match, and it's a beautiful thing. Now, something with this as well, the nice thing about it is it's very simple. Talking about the good still, very simple. You've got dials on the end that twist. Let me pop one out of here. Hopefully it'll focus in for you. But it's just got a dial on the end that you twist. You put it the same number each side, you pull it out. With no weights on it at all, it's your 10 pounds. So you have your 10 pound right there. Works real simple. You want to change it up? The great thing about it is it's quick. It's easy. You just simply ratchet them around wherever you'd like them. You pick it up. It's got a little cam inside that picks up the plates, the exact plate that you need. On the plates, if you can see this in camera, there's these little nubs on the sides that the cam grabs a hold of and works beautifully. The weights are plastic coated so they don't clang and bang around, which is really nice. If you like me, work out early in the morning, you can work out with the weights, and you're not waking people up with the ringing of beautiful weight chimes. I personally think that sounds awesome and brute, but that's not the point. It's to be waking people up. So it's great with it. Another good thing about these is really the fact that the grips on them are incredible. Now, the 552 grip is a little bit different. It's rubber. This is all chrome and things, and it has these nubs all over it. When you're picking up heavier weights, it can be a little taxing on your fingers. You feel like your skin's ripping off, but that's going to be natural with anything that's going to be heavy. I wear a pair of gloves if I'm picking up much more than 50, 60 pounds, and it solves the problem. But they really do have great grips, because when you have sweaty hands, you don't want to be dropping things. And so that's a plus with it. Got a little towel holder down there. Really a great setup. I don't have much bad to say about it. In fact, in all reality, the only thing I can say bad about these weights is that they are wide, and you cannot change that. So even right now with 15 pounds, if I'm doing any type of a curl, it's a little different than when you have the hex that is much narrower, and it tends to bang your leg. So you just have to hold your weight out a little ways. Not a big deal. It's not going to be a deal breaker for most people, but it does stick out a little ways. So that's a downside to it as well. Another downside to it is you do have to have the bar in the correct angle to put it back in, which isn't a problem until you get up to maybe doing deadlifts with 85, 90 pounds, and you're trying to hold one in each hand and set it back in. If it's not at the right angle, oftentimes I'll just set one down, put one in at a time with two hands. So it's not a deal breaker, it's not a real big deal, but I want to be real with you in this review if you're thinking about upgrading your weight set. The final thing I'll say that's bad about them is the very same thing I said was good about them, as far as price. Because with a hex set, what you can do is purchase them as you can afford them, so you can pay a little bit at a time. I am not a fan of credit cards at all, so I don't recommend someone to go into debt just so they can buy these in increments. You know, save up the money ahead of time. You'll save yourself money in the long run because you don't have interest, but you do have a one-time wallop that can be pretty pricey, whether it be the $300 set or the $600 set. But please, be price conscious and shop around, because you can get better deals if you just look around for a little bit. Something that's just kind of a general rundown in review of all these is the fact that an adjustable set of dumbbells is something that's very handy. And I want to point out that Bowflex is not the only ones that are out there. I have had no problems with these. They have functioned perfectly every single time. They work great. But there are other ones out there that work great as well. Power Blocks is a great set. I happen to choose the Bowflex for really the fact that part of it sounds shallow, but I think they look cool. They work well. I don't have to worry about the Power Blocks. You have to slide a thing out and slide it back in, these little prongs, and you got to make sure they get in. Just me. Sometimes I'm a little bit jittery as my muscles get fatigued, and trying to get a little prong in the slide just isn't always going to happen. So this is simple. You turn the knobs, it works. So there's others out there. There's an Iron Man set. You can go to Walmart and buy a set. I mean, I'm just trying to give you an idea of what it is that are out there for weight sets if you don't have opportunity or space to get a set of hex dumbbells. Now, me particularly, if I had to choose just using hex or just using Bowflex or adjustable dumbbells, I'd pick the hex dumbbells hands down any day. If you can afford it and if you have space for it, I would get 1 to 100s and maybe more of the hex dumbbells. Flat out, no questions asked. So that's what I've got to say about this. If you've got a question about them, please, or if you have a comment, maybe your experience with adjustable dumbbells, maybe a different adjustable dumbbell that you like, comment below. Tell me what you have, what you use, and why you like it. Also, I know this coaching moment was different than others. Did you like having a product review? Is there another product that you'd like to be reviewed? Let me know, and we'll see what can happen with this. But this has been Randy Barton, Team Beachbody Coach, Extreme Faith and Fitness, and I will see you next week's coaching moment.